Title charm. Hello guys, thank you for joining me here today. My name is Toto Chan, and today I am just going to be explaining why I haven't been on much, and explaining that I won't be on much for quite a few months. Not because of any other reason apart from I'm doing research for this channel, and it does take up time. I do hope to be able to have my videos out, these videos that I'm making, um, weekly from the 1st of July, but I am not sure if I'll be able to do that, so he's hoping. And it could be as late as April, August, September that I start getting these videos out. It's hard to make, hard to create, and I want to have all of them created. There's about 22 I want created that I'll put out weekly, probably on a Monday or a Tuesday. I don't know the date that the day that the first is. It may be a Thursday, but I want to get it out by the 1st of July. That's my goal, is to get it out by the 1st of July, and I hope you're praying with me to get it out by then. My head has to be in the right space, because if I'm studying something, I have to actually be willing to take it in and that kind of stuff, be able to write it up, and that kind of stuff. So, I mean, there'll be ads hopefully for it, and that kind of stuff, but otherwise, you're not going to see much of videos from me, uh, and I have got to get a little bit, even just a little bit of animation, if that be me walking on to this, because I'm not going to be using my face for these. These are just going to be completely, utterly cartoon creations. That's what it's going to be, and I hope you guys enjoy. Uh, Sorry. But yeah. So if you guys are wondering why I haven't been on, I started putting videos up daily, basically. I think it was last week, and then I decided to do the show, and then I got more serious about the show that I'm going to do. And hopefully I can get a couple of people on, people like Rob Skiba, people like Tom Horn. I'm hoping to be able to correspond with them, and also get them to come onto the show. But again, I don't know how that will play out, and I don't expect anything at all. But I am wanting to get better research equipment, better video equipment, better sound equipment, everything like that as well. This is only one season of it, and it will probably just keep replaying every year, with tweaks here and there, because I know that my research is going to get more and more uh, refined down to the real truth. At the moment, this is just research I'm doing now. Over a year, I don't know what I'm going to discover is wrong, or what I'm going to discover extra to put onto it, So at this time, whatever I say is not out of lies, it is just what I have researched, and if any of it is wrong, then you can expect that to be corrected if I get corrected by someone who actually does the research on this properly for years and years and years. So if I get corrected by Tom Horn, Rob Skiba, um, you know, people like that, then obviously I'm not going to sit there and be stubborn and be like, no, I'm right. I've done the research. I'm right. They've done the research. I think Tom's done the research for like 30 plus years. Rob's been doing the research for 20 plus years. So I mean, yeah, if I get reprimanded by them, then what, I'll be completely scared. No, I'm kidding. I won't. But and I will change that, because they've done the research a lot. 20 years, 30 years plus. This is like basically my first year of really studying. I've been studying it for like maybe 2 years, just mildly, but now I've been actually studying it and actually doing my research on it, watching videos, researching, reading books, reading PDFs, all that kind of stuff to get information to, and I want to get to the point where I can go to places and talk to people who have experience like Tom Horn has, like he did with the ancient the ancient natives. I want to go to Australia, talk to them. I want to go to Maldives, talk to them as well. Talk to them about their ancient beliefs, because I believe that Maldives have got hybrids in their ideology, like the Bird Woman and Tamu, I think it is. I hope I didn't get that wrong. Tamu? Manu? I don't know. That's why I've got to do more research on Māori culture, Māori stuff. Not because I'm necessarily inclined to listen to Māori at all. In fact, for a very long time I was so reluctant because I was forced into it. But in saying that, I am willing to learn because I want to learn the way that of the past. And I do believe everything in Legend is sort of correct. I think there are some things like Manu and the stingray that has whatever it is was exaggerated. Like he pulled up the North Island, and now that we live on a large stingray, I think that's really exaggerated. But I think there is parts of their religious beliefs and backgrounds that would correspond with ancient Nephilim and that kind of stuff. So, same with Aborigines, they have really weird ideologies at face value, but you can see where it comes from if you actually do the research around the Bible as well. And same with Native. Actually, indigenous people have the weirdest religions, but some of the most accurate in the sense of history. If you understand what I mean. Like, they glorify these things as gods and that kind of stuff. Manu is a god in Māori religion, the Māori religion, because he made, the North Island. He fished up the North Island, basically. Which again, I think is exaggerated. But, in saying that, I'm not going to sit there and say that there wasn't elements of it that made it exaggerated or anything. Like, he may have found the North Island and started to inhabit the North Island with his people and that kind of stuff. And then it got exaggerated over time. But I think there's elements of the religion that haven't been exaggerated, like the Birdman and that kind of stuff, and the Taniwha. I don't think the Taniwha is at all exaggerated. I actually believe, number one, it exists still today. I haven't seen it, by the way. I've seen weird things, like lights out my window, like really weird lights and that kind of stuff out my window. I've seen heaps of stuff, but I haven't seen the Taniwha, and I don't want to. It seems very scary. And I do believe it does exist, and it still exists to this day. So thank you for joining me here today, and I hope to see you in a couple of months, if not sooner. But until then, stay safe, guys, and as always, I'm